What is money? What does money do? Money is like water. What controls money? A bank. What else controls water? Riverbanks. Riverbanks control cash flow. Banks control the current of currency. Liquid assets. Money goes through your hands like water. Money is water. Cash flows through your hands. There's a tide to money, pulling in, bringing back out. Taxation is like that. The money that's distributed gets pulled back in, and it helps give value to the money that is pushed out of the pool, out of the reserve. The government can finance itself all kinds of ways. It doesn't need our tax dollars to finance itself. Money goes in and out like a tide. The government, not necessarily the government, because it's not a communist state. Federal Reserve, which is supposed to be a private company, they pull some back in through taxation, and this helps keep value to the money. When a ship docks in a bay, captains refer to their ships as a she, because it's the woman that delivers the product through the waters of birth. Your body is like a corporation. The way that birth certificates work, your body is just a corpse for a corporation. So let's look at the history of money. The reprinting. When was the money reprinted? 1990 to 1996 is when they reprinted the 100. You can see up here, uscurrency.gov. Just look at this. 1990 to 1996 is when they reprinted the 100. Look at the 50. 1990 to 1997 is when they reprinted the 50. 1990 to 1998 is when they reprinted the 20. Now, they skip a year. We're going to go to the $10, and they didn't do 1999. They didn't do anything 1999. 1990 to 2000. These all are from 1990 to 2000. Well, not all of them to 2000, but they're all from 1990. Except for the 5. The 5 is from 1993. 1993. So the 2 is from 1976, and then the 1 is from 1963. So let's go look at a $1 bill. We're gonna make a plane. Let's make a plane out of the $1 bill. Get a plane here. Okay. I think we know where this is going. So the 1, what does the 1 symbolize? A tower. It also stands for 1111. or just 11 would be the Twin Towers. 1111, if you know what that means. So the two airlines that flew into the towers, United Airlines and American Airlines. Let's open up this bill here. We have an eagle. An eagle flies. And there's two eyes. You got two eyes. Two eyes in an eagle. And they kind of match up when you close it and make a plane. So let's go look at our first towers. And if you recreate the process of making a plane, essentially. And then you have your Twin Towers, just standing normally, nothing going on. And the plane hits the towers. Explosion. And then towers fall. United Airlines and American Airlines. On the back here, looks like the Pentagon. And the towers fall into nothing, just smoke. There's the sequence. Plane has the towers. Towers fall down into smoke. And there's your smoke coming up from the rubble of the towers. And then here, if we fold the 20 in such a way, here we go. Looks like he's wearing a mask. If you look at it maybe from like a certain angle. See, it looks like a person wearing a mask. Like we're walking around here today, 2020. 2020 is the year. People are all walking around with masks and stuff. So, let's go look at the World Trade. This is the World Trade Center on Google Maps. Here's where the old towers were. This is the new one that they built. Just notice the pattern of it. Let's go to Egypt. It's the same pattern. It's the pyramids in Egypt. Why did they choose this pattern? It's because it's the same pattern over Orion's belt. Let's look at it again. The old ones and the new one. It's the same pattern. Maybe these are the old ones and that's the new one. Or maybe these are the old ones and that's the new one. And see, there's more space between these two than that one, and there's a little bit of a curve. Same thing here. There's more space between this two and this one. There's a little bit of a curve. Just a tiny amount of more space between these two and this one. It looks like it's so close that you have to like almost second guess yourself. Anyway. Let's look at this now. M-A-S-O-N. Mason. It says Mason. You circle what it's when it says Mason, and you can connect them and make this shape. Go over here, recreate the same image. Kind of drew on it pretty good there, so put it next to a clean one. But there's a difference here. You could see up top, you can recreate the whole image again just by circling one of the triangles, one of the ends of the star. If you circle one of the ends of the star, you have that old triangle there, which would be this triangle in this circle. You can recreate the same image. Now, yeah, see, you can see the Star of David. That's what it's commonly referred to as. But there are other mathematical implications to that. Kabbalah is a branch of Jewish mysticism that is heavily involved in math. So this symbol has a lot of meaning to it. See, so I'm not the only one here, except this is from a scientist, researcher. His name is Nassim Haramein. He has brought this more so to the forefront than other people like Stan Tenen. This is just the recreation of the previous image in three-dimensional space. Taking each of these star tetrahedrons, or Star of Davids, recreating them in three-dimensional space. It's essentially what you create right here, and then you can put them all together, and this is what you create. It's called the 64 isotropic grid. It's where all the vectors they cancel each other out. So it's essentially, it's an object that creates like null vectors. So it's like technically a black hole. And so here's the reason why putting a tetrahedron in a sphere or putting a triangle in a circle has other meaning. The latitude is 19.47. That's the latitude of a tetrahedron in a sphere. Okay. And so, looking at the sun, and this isn't just on the sun, Hawaii sits on 19.47. The largest volcano in the solar system on Mars is on 19.47. The solar flare, all the major solar flares that happen along the sun happen on the 19.47 latitude. You can see I just typed in NASA solar flares into Google, and this is what I get. So, this is black hole physics, essentially. That's what this is. This is black hole physics. this object here is the straight line version of the flower of life, which is a symbol a lot of people have seen more so. This is the picture of it in Egypt. This is laser etched into stone. Yeah, laser etched into stone. And so here, the reason why they have two lines here, one encompassing the geometry and then another one encompassing that. This space represents the event horizon of a black hole, which is where we exist. You know, that's why it's blackout at night. It's because we live inside of a black hole. Reality is fractal in nature. That's what this pattern is. This pattern is a fractal. You know, we live on the edge of a black hole. Earth is a black hole. Yeah, so even in here, even in the bill, you can see they created that event horizon there in that little white space around the image here. This is essentially like Kabbalah. I'll show you how it's Kabbalah. Just maybe not. Here. There is part of the Kabbalistic tree. There is another part of the Kabbalistic tree. There is Kabbalistic tree in the 64 tetrahedron grid. Recreating what we have here in the back of the dollar bill. So why is this important? Where am I going with this? Okay. This is a black hole. And it's being expressed by the pattern of division. Let's go look at CERN. What is CERN? CERN is the Large Hadron Collider over in Switzerland. It researches particle acceleration. It spins. I'll type in CERN. It spins particles around the speed of light, and they smash them in with each other to recreate the Big Bang. They're essentially searching for the base particle of creation. We call it the Higgs boson particle. This was a big thing several years ago, where they were looking for the Higgs boson. I guess some guy found it, and they were saying, like, we're gonna find this thing and it's gonna give us clean energy because we found the base particle of creation. And that's what they were doing. They were trying to find the God particle, the Higgs boson, the base particle of matter itself. However, as we see here, that's illogical. Like, that doesn't make sense. This pattern of division shows that you can contain an infinite amount of information in a finite space. So you can take this pattern, enlarge it, you can recreate it again, and you can do this to infinity. Reality is fractal in nature. The Mandelbrot set is a mathematical pattern that really brought fractals to the forefront in like just semi-mainstream media, I guess. But that's the way reality is structured. You're never going to find a base particle because of the way reality is structured as a fractal. You know, the Higgs boson at CERN, like that's not what they're doing there. Okay, they're not researching the base particle. They're not trying to find clean energy because we have it right here. The key to zero carbon footprint technology. So what are they really doing over at CERN? Well, they have their own tarot card deck. This woman, Suzanne Treister, was awarded a 3-month internship for creating a tarot card deck. Like from CERN. Like she made this from CERN. She arts at CERN, gives Collide Award to creator of tarot cards, Hexen 2.0, Suzanne Treister. That was on the Christian Journal. But anyway, Forbes. Here's Forbes. Arts at CERN announces its 2018 Artist in Residency Awards. Yeah, it was her. Suzanne Treister. Here's her tarot card deck. The Hexen 2.0 Tarot features 78 alchemical drawings depicted interconnected histories of the computer and internet, cybernetics and the counterculture, science fiction and scientific projections of the future, government and military research programs, social engineering, and ideas of control society, alongside diverse philosophical, literary, and philosophical responses to the advance of technology, including the claims of anarcho-primitivism, techno-Gianism, transhumanism. I don't know what those other two were. Through representing and re-examining these subjects and histories through the lens of occult belief systems and ideas of the supernatural, the Hexen 2.0 Tarot takes us to a hypnotic, mesmerizing space from where one may imagine and construct possible alternative futures. Acknowledging presidents such as the traditional tarot card deck, the Rider-Waite tarot card deck, and Aleister Crowley's Thoth, or Tahuti, however you want to say it, tarot deck, Suzanne Treister has here pronounced a new tarot that allows a reader or a group of readers working collaboratively to use the cards to recognize history and or map out hypothetical future narratives. Okay, wow. So this lady got to stay at CERN for 3 months. She won some kind of award. And because of this, because she made this. Okay, so here's what else that goes on. Fake human sacrifice filmed at CERN with pranking scientists suspected. This is on The Guardian too. This is actually the first time I found this article. I've been trying to find this article for almost a year now. And I was like, oh, I'm just gonna search for it. I might as well. I'm making this video. And you know what? I found this. This is what I found. I've been trying to find it for almost a year now. Geneva or CERN had to officially apologize to Geneva for this. They announced an official apology to all of Geneva for this. So, this is what they're doing at CERN. Why? What are they doing at CERN? What are they doing at CERN? What they're doing, they're opening up portals. They're opening up black holes, wormholes to other universes, and talking to things on the other side. And they've been doing this for a very long time. This is actually what they're doing over there. They're not researching particle acceleration. They're not worried about clean energy. They're opening up wormholes to other universes and talking to things on the other side. So let's go look. Let's look at this. Let's look at this. What do we have here? This is probably the most common thing we all know about. The owl. The owl on the dollar bill. It's a symbol of the Freemasons. Why is there an owl behind a shield? I gotta fold it a little bit here because I'm going somewhere else with it later. But we got an owl behind a shield. That's a shield. And that's an owl. All right. Let's scope out a little bit here. What is this? Let's go to the Bohemian Grove. Bohemian Grove statue is what I type in. What do I get? It's owls. This is a bunch of owls. Look at the name here, Moloch. What is the Bohemian Grove? The Bohemian Grove is a place where there's Richard Nixon. Very powerful people come together. Presidents and so forth. And there's a giant owl here. There's a statue of a giant stone owl. Moloch. Moloch. What is Moloch? Who is Moloch? Moloch is a biblical name of a Canaanite god associated with child sacrifice through fire or war. The name Moloch results from a dysphemic vocalization in the Second Temple period of a theonym based on the root king. King. Moloch. The Bohemian Grove. You have the owl behind the shield. What is a shield? What is the shield's function? A shield is a family crest. A shield also protects you in war. And so we have an owl that represents child sacrifice through war being protected by a shield. Now, the last thing that I want to show. This one's probably my favorite. It's a mushroom. Let me fold it down a little bit more. Hold on. It's a mushroom. There's no such thing as coincidences. Look at the order they reprinted the money. 96, 97, 98. They skipped 99. 2000, 2001 is when 9/11 happened. And that's when they reprinted the money that allows this sequence to unfold. Oh, unfold. To fold? Twin Towers falling. turning into smoke. And just smoke coming up from the rubble. In the year 2020 is when we all wear the masks. And then here's your plane flying into the Twin Towers. See, they even look like towers standing up like that. And the one. The eagle with two eyes, the plane. The one, the Alpha 101. New beginnings. Aleph, Alpha, Aleph, alphabet, words, cash flow. And then you got your wormholes. Scientists, that's what Freemasons are. Freemasons they're actually scientists. They're the real black magicians. The scientists, those are the real black magicians. So are the clergymen. Actually, those are like the super real black magicians. The bishops and the priests, the people over in the Vatican who use words. That's what a real magician knows, how to use words. That's how you win a war. You win wars with words. You don't win wars with bombs or guns.